I'm gonna put this on the ranting channel, for the sake of it's a rant, comic related, but it's a rant. I was watching Django Fett. It's a comic channel I watch. Nice guy, and he was basically ranting about um, Disney has decided that Dark Horse no longer has the rights to Star Wars as of 2015. Now, Dark Horse has been writing Star Wars comics since the 90s. They rose up when Marvel and DC were sucking ass. Mind you, Marvel originally had the Star Wars story. They had one Star Wars story. No little mini-series or anything. It was just one consistent Star Wars story. It had the movies in it and whatever. That went from 77 to mid-80s? The thing about it is Marvel just... so much of that came out of that. And I hate to say this, because there was probably genuine, effort put into it, but it was shit. A whole bunch of it. Shit. Absolute shit. Now, why would they do this again? Oh yeah, because Star Wars, Lucasfilm is owned by Disney. And Lucas, who had all the rights to the Star Wars novels and graphic novels, they all had to have, or comics, whatever, they had to have his approval. Which is why we have things like The Clone Wars, which is phasing out other stuff that was better canon. You see, the thing with Star Wars is almost everything is canon. The Marvel stuff is no longer canon. At least to my knowledge, no one follows it anymore. And for the most part, that's a good thing. It was so bizarre that it really didn't make it. Out of all the things that's come out of Star Wars that's weird, some of that shit is bizarre and bad. So it's not really canon anymore. Like the A Long Time Ago omnibuses, it's just, I think it's considered infinities technically. No one follows it anymore. It's so out of date and bizarre. I mean, it doesn't even follow the prequels or anything. Mind you, there is still stuff that's canon that doesn't follow the prequels, such as Dark Empire, because so many things have been written that reference Dark Empire that it would be pointless to take it out of canon. But yeah. So, bad decision making. I knew this day would come. This has been rumored for about a year now. And now it's official in 2015 when we get the new Star Wars movie. All Star Wars comics will be done by Marvel, which means series like Legacy 2 and the new Star Wars title are probably going to be dropped. Yeah, I'm not thrilled about this either. Dark Horse dug Star Wars out of the shitter, and it made it expanded universe good again. I mean, not everything is good. I mean, you can't... Nothing is always completely great, but there are so many great stories that came out of Star Wars, even in the prequel setting and before. Let me name a few for you. The first Clone Wars series, Empire, which turned into Rebellion, so I'll put that in there as well. Knights of the Old Republic, Tales of the Jedi, Dawn of the Jedi, which is another new series. We have things like the Thrawn trilogy adaptation, Dark Empire, Crimson Empire, just a whole fuckload of them. The Legacy series were really big. I don't care for it so much. I can respect it. We have the new Star Wars title, which is just great. We got Legacy 2. Look at that. You see it back there? Most of that's Star Wars. Like Dark Times and shit. All of that. Great. And you know what we're going to end up having? Stupid things like, Ahsoka Tano is actually going to be the leader of the Jedi Council, and Luke has to respect her, and stupid things like that. I mean, we've already got the Star Wars Rebels show, which is just horrible, and that will be coming out soon. I get offended every time I go on Facebook, because since I follow the Star Wars fan page, they think, ooh, Jeremy wants to follow Star Wars Rebels. And I'm like, no, that can just be flushed down the toilet. It's where it belongs. I'm just, so So disgusting. And I'm not saying Marvel's a bad company. They come out with great stuff. But unfortunately, and now I'm going to get into the Marvel segment here. Sorry I'm rambling so much, but there's a lot to cover. Marvel, since they've been owned by Disney and they started the Marvel Now thing, they've now decided they have the need to make tons of certain titles of things. And I'm not saying DC doesn't do this. I mean, DC has like 5 different Batman titles all going on at once. I mean, they get rid of some here and there. But unfortunately, Marvel doesn't seem to do that. We've got like 20 different Avengers titles, 20 different X-Men titles, like 10 Superior Spider-Man titles, not even regular Spider-Man. We have that too, because after they do the unpopular thing of killing off Peter Parker. Yes, a Disney decision, I know. Kill Peter Parker off. Wonderful. And then have Doc Ock become the new Spider-Man. That's fucking stupid. So we got the regular Superior Spider-Man, we got all sorts of other Superior Spider-Man. We now got a second Hulk series. Hulk? Have all of them Hulk? You know what are the best series? Considered just the best out of all of those? Thor. Yeah, and Iron Man. Things that have one title. And then don't even get me started about fucking Deadpool. Deadpool suddenly got all famous and they're like, oh, have all these little mini-series with it. And they're all shit. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Really? Really? No. And I'm not saying all Marvel stuff is bad. I love their Max title. Like, Punisher Max. Fury Max just finished up not too long ago. I like those. And I used to love the Ultimate universe, which is a different universe from the standard Marvel universe, but they see it ruined it. I'm sorry that my family is being loud and obnoxious. But anyway. Bottom line here. Just let Dark Horse have Star Wars. Let it have Star Wars. That's literally its biggest label. That's their main thing they got going for them. I mean, they got Terminator back, but I mean, Star Wars is their big thing. That's what they sell the most of, and you're gonna just take it away from them? No. It's because of Dark Horse that Star Wars Expanded Universe got so big. That and Del Rey. They're the 2 big companies that make Star Wars expanded stuff. When George Lucas was shitting out the prequels, we got all sorts of good Star Wars literature from it. But then we have the prequels. And I've given up on Star Wars. Disney, they're just gonna keep making awful decisions that will benefit them, unfortunately. But hey, at least we're not getting another Pirates of the Caribbean movie. At least we're not getting another John Carter movie. Or another Lone Ranger. Just, even if my uncle was in the background of Lone Ranger, I'm done with Disney for the most part. They don't even make regular animated movies anymore. The thing that made them big, they don't do anymore. No, we need to CG everything. Yeah. So we'll see if Star Wars 7 bombs in the office, but I doubt it will. Have a nice day.